Hey everybody, it's Fabienne Fredrickson and Gail Saseen and Diane Conklin. And yeah, these gals were just here for their half-day Sapphire visit. And we did some really good work.
Yes, we did.
Yes,
we did. It's always a little more than what you expect, but
yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, I always say people come in for what they want, but they leave with what they need.
We did.
Exactly.
And it's usually a much bigger thing. What did we accomplish? Oh
wow.
Boy, right? Yeah. You didn't expect it, right?
No, we came in with our plan and left with a different plan, which was interesting. And it was exactly what we needed. You know, we spent the time talking about exactly what it was that we needed for ourselves. And sometimes, the business stuff has to kind of be in a little cubbyhole for a while till you get the head stuff and heart stuff right so that you can... And that's exactly what we spent a lot of our time with. What do you
Sometimes you got to work on the internal to get the external to really bloom. And I mean, we did that, and a couple days later, what did you win? Like the highest award. I didn't even win this when I went for it. The highest award in our entire industry.
We won Information Marketer of the Year.
Woohoo!
Yep. So we're very excited about that, and owe part of that at least to the work that we've done with Fabienne.
Absolutely.
And the Sapphire program. And it's really, it's made a huge difference. But, winning the award was a big deal, and knowing that we could share it with you and with Eric was another big deal. So that was...
You called me on my cell phone and you said, I'm here I am putting my son to bed.
And
Sorry,
Lukey congratulated.
Yeah, Lukey congratulated. So tell me, why did you join the Sapphire program? You're actually doing Sapphire Elite so that you have the Platinum masterminding part of it.
Right.
Why would you join such a program like this, and why with me?
Well, the big reason with you is was just this real heart connection for me. But the bigger reason, seriously, is, as you well know, we've known each other for 4 or 5 years now, and we had the marketing stuff down, and
they're experts, obviously, right? Yeah, they got the award.
And it just, we were at this point in our business where we were bumping up against that ceiling, and we just couldn't get any farther. And we've been in other coaching programs. We've been in coaching programs with you.
Yeah.
And it just felt like the right thing. We felt like we needed the one-on-one with you, and that our business was at the point where another group coaching program wasn't really what we needed. We needed that one-on-one time with somebody who understood not only our business, but us as people, and can relate to both of us, and how that relates, as business owners and partners. I think that was the big draw. The biggest thing for me, I think, that I've gotten out of it has really been this, and I don't know that words really do justice, but I really have had this major shift just in my life and how I look at the world and people and the business and everything. I mean, I had 3 people come up to me last weekend when we won the award and say to me, you're just so much more approachable now than you've ever been, and you're softer, and that's happened in the last 6 months.
Yeah. And the clients have been coming out of the woodwork like crazy, you guys, you know.
Yeah, the business has taken a huge shift in that time.
Yeah, it's great. Why are you glad that you joined the Sapphire program, Gail?
Some of the same reasons, obviously, that Diane is, but for us, we have been in a lot of group coaching programs and all of that. And there is a time in your business and in your life where you really need a mentor to work with one-on-one. And we needed somebody, which, number one, us, and number two, how to talk to each of us in our own way, and you can get right down to the gunk, and say, okay, let's get rid of the gunk and work on the head, and then the other things will just naturally happen.
The money just shows up when you do that, yeah.
And at the same time we started working with you, we lost about 6 figures in our business. And
it wasn't me.
No, I mean, those things happen, it's business. So, it was just keep a positive mindset, let's work on these things. Number one, you're going to get your investment back just by working really hard. We're going to make sure that happens. And not only did we get our investment back for your program, but geez, we're so flooded right now that we're adding staff to help us do that, and that's all a good thing. There's no negative in that, but
Yeah,
it's
you
all
want
been
that.
the shift.
Yeah.
So it really, working with you, Fabienne, has been really one of those things where you can just get right down to the gunk and call us on it, and we go, oh yeah, you're right.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
we forgot. We also created a whole new branding,
Yeah.
new website,
New-
new this,
yep.
all this stuff.
Yep,
That, like it's
yep.
a little, but
Completely.
and all of that is side stuff because when you were here for your half day, we worked on something really important. We worked on the big why
Right.
and really
Which has
meaningful.
been a big struggle for us.
Yeah,
It's
you
been a
were
big
you were
struggle.
trying. Yes. Do you want to talk about that for just like
Sure.
a few seconds? Yeah. Go ahead.
Obviously, Gail and I are partners in business and partners in life, and we've tried to figure out a way to incorporate that into the business for a long time, and sort of nothing fit. If it was an idea that I liked, Gail wasn't really comfortable with it, and so we were actually sitting at lunch, and sort of at the end of the day wrapping up, and started talking about that. And in the news lately, there's been a lot of press about bullying and teens committing suicide, gay teens specifically. And we've actually since found out that 60% of all teens who commit suicide are gay or lesbian,
Right.
which just totally just
Or question their
breaks
sexuality in
my
whatever
heart.
way.
And so we have, in 2 days after we left here, created an entire foundation. It's called the Gay Youth and Young Adult Foundation. And Gail put a website up, and we have donations coming in already.
Yep.
So it's a big deal. And it's not something that's going to stay little. This is a multi-million-dollar thing. This is something that's literally going to save thousands and thousands of lives. And you know, long term is probably going to be the mainstay of our business. And so to have that focus now and that sort of thing that sparks both of us has been a real gift. So I
Yeah.
thank you for that.
Yeah, and it's a real expression of your heart's desires to really be of service to the world. We talk a lot about this in the Sapphire and Diamond program, is to have your big why, because after a while you have enough shoes. Like, you don't need more shoes, you don't need more cars. You need to have something that really gives you meaning and fulfillment. And how has this, even just in a few days, how has this given you meaning and fulfillment?
Well, it's been amazing. First of all, the feedback. There was a little, you know, I'll be 100% honest, and you know this.
Yeah.
There's a little trepidation in like really putting that out there, and a little bit of fear. I actually said those words when I competed for the Info Marketer of the Year. I made this announcement that 20% of all the money that we bring in from our social media income is going to go to the foundation. And I was flooded with positive reinforcement and people who are really jumping on board. The guy who helped us with the website and the logo was all comp. We have somebody setting up a Facebook fan page for us. I've got somebody that wants to talk to us and help us set up the foundation. This
is just in a couple
Yeah.
days,
Right.
and then your heart is so full, right? You
Yeah.
worked until what time in the morning to make
It
this
was
happen?
about 3:30 in the morning. It's learning WordPress on the fly.
So
but-
the key, right? The key
Yeah.
is doing it right. So
Yeah.
you could try that, so that you could try to
Yeah.
just make as much money as you want, but in the end, it's just all about making a difference.
And I think
what we
even
do.
before you have enough shoes and the car and the house that you want, I think that's really a big deal to figure out what that is so that you have a driving force
Yeah.
behind what you're doing. I mean, there's a whole new purpose, you know, for us as a couple and for us as individuals to do this thing and make this huge difference and to be able to share, you know, our story and what we've come through, and that, you know, everybody else can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's completemarketingsystems.com. And then what is the name of the new foundation website?
Gay Youth and Young Adult Foundation.org.
Love it. Go check it out, you guys. I love you guys. I respect you so much. I am honored, like deeply, that you chose me, right? You could have chosen anybody to do this one-on-one work with. And I'm really glad we did that together.
We are too. Thank
Yeah,
you.
And the best is yet to come.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Right. Mwah. Bye, everybody.